God works in mysterious ways, and I'm a big believer in that.
Blah, y'all already know what it is. Your boy Yaakov, what it do? The outlet to reality, the holdest podcast in Vegas and Chicago. What up? This is the place where you want to hide from your drama or maybe hide from your baby mama. Just kidding. Y si tú quieres cambiar tu vida, if you want to change your life, then subscribe. Ching. By the way, guys, I just published a book called Shabbat in Chicago. It's about an audacious single mom who opens her heart and home to 5 adopted kids while embracing her Latino culture while being Jewish. And today we have a very, very special guest. He's one of my brothers. Give it up for the one and only Zach. Woo!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, my boy. Appreciate you. Thanks for having me on. Really excited to get talking with you, bro. Get diving in on life. Get diving on some funny moments and stuff, bro. Thank you for having me on.
Of course, man. I had to, man. So look, I gotta tell y'all, man. When I first met Zach, let's take it back to the early days, okay? I met this guy all dressed up, man. Looked like he was ready to win an award ceremony. I don't know what. Comes in, man, and I was like, man, this is crazy. And I got to talk to him for a little bit, and I was like, all right, man, he's a cool guy. He's cool. And then I remember like a month or two, he gets a haircut, right? And he's like, brother, you think I look good? Like, you think I look fresh? I said, brother, be honest with you. I think now you look like a football player. You see? You see? Because before, brother, I don't know what happened. You see? And you're like, man, that's funny. And so that was one of my favorite moments I could think of, like when we first met. But what
Yeah,
about you, brother? What comes to your mind?
brother. When we first met, I just knew like, cause you didn't know I was Mexican, so I'm half Mexican, right? So you didn't know I was Mexican. So when I first met you, brother, like I knew you had some Latino in you, and so like I just knew you were kind of like OG. And so my first impression of you, I just knew you were gonna be cool. You were gonna be cool peoples. And now one of the funniest moments, bro, is like so when I first met like a couple weeks after I first met this man David. Um, man, there was a dress code that we were supposed to follow, and bro, a certain type of shoes, and he had on some Crocs. And then he take off running. It was just funny, man. That's a good moment. It's a little inside joke between me and Dave, but that's one of the most funniest moments I got with you, brother, for sure, for sure.
Oh man, thank you, brother. That was a good time, bro. I was sweating, brother. I was like nervous. I said, Zach, pass me my backpack outside, bro. I got my shoes in the car, but I left the keys
Bro,
inside.
it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's so funny, bro. It's so funny.
Oh man, thank you,
But
brother.
now, brother, I'm interested, bro. Like, you was talking about your book. I'm a little interested. Like, what can you talk a little bit more about your book?
Yeah. So like my book's about my mom. So I basically dedicated to her and like what made her come to America and wanting to adopt kids and change their lives and do a lot of outreach for the community. So I was like, you know what, let me do this for my mom. And so I'm very happy that I got to do it at the age of 30. So it was an honor, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, brother. Hey, better late than never, bro. You know what I mean? Like that's something that I wanted to do, like personally in my life. I feel like I've been through a lot of crazy moments and there's been a lot of, highs and lows in my life. But I've always wanted to write a book, bro. I feel like there'd be, some interesting things that I want to put into writing and put into publishing, a story. And like, what would you give advice to like young authors or people like striving to maybe write a book? Like, what would you tell them?
Man, I honestly I would say, look, write it down. You know, I think it's better to put your thoughts right into the paper and like
Yeah.
stories that people could relate. And I think the best part is that you can share this to your family, to your kids.
Mhm.
This could be like a legacy. That's why I always say. And I feel like you don't want to be that person that said, what if or I wish. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I
Yeah, for
think
sure.
that if you do it, you're already changing history because no
Yeah,
one can tell your story better than yourself.
yeah, 100%, brother,
You feel
100%.
me? So
Yeah,
look, brother.
absolutely.
I gotta get to you. I appreciate you. I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah,
But tonight is about you, brother,
yeah, yeah,
and I want to know if we can dive in a little deeper, like where you grew up in, if you're from Vegas, and like any memories you could think of growing up as kids, please, so we can get to know that Zach that
yeah,
everybody's
brother.
asking.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I was born and raised in Vegas. I lived here for the first 13 years of my life. Had some highs and lows. I kind of grew up a bad kid. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of got into a lot of trouble growing up in Vegas. I went to like a continuation school, like it's like a bad kid school, right? So it's yeah. I went there twice in middle school. So I wasn't the best kid. I kind of, just acted out. I don't know why, obviously, childhood, it is what it is. I grew up with four brothers. I'm the youngest. And, I kind of just lashed out at sometimes. But my parents and my family, we made a good choice to move to Southern California when I was like 13. So I went to high school out in Redlands, California. It's like San Bernardino area. Shout out my IE guys, 909. But yeah, brother, and so I started high school out there, and like coming in, I was just like the brand new kid, and it was like a smaller town, like smaller than Vegas at least, because Vegas. Vegas is like big, so like it's big, but it's small at the same time. Like you know what I'm trying to say. As opposed to this, it was like these kids, they all kind of went to the same elementary school. They all went to the same middle school. They're now going all to the same high school. It's like it kind of I don't know. But when I came in, I was kind of just like the odd one out. You know what I mean? Like, but I started finally realizing, like I'm a great athlete, and I started making friends on the team and stuff. Some of my best friends that I have today, I met when I first got to California. My man Tristan, my man Brian. I met them like the second day, literally, I moved to California, and we started, hanging out and stuff. And I played sports. I played baseball and football in high school, and I started realizing, I was pretty good athlete. And so my junior year, I decided I wasn't gonna play baseball no more. I decided I was gonna focus on football. Started getting looks from colleges and stuff. Had a couple offers out of high school. I chose to go to the Air Force Academy. So I was there on a football scholarship for about a year. And then I transferred out and went to a junior college. So I went back to California, went to Riverside City College, and then got into some stuff out there. When I went back, it was a real humbling experience, brother, because going from like you know being a Division I football player and then kind of being humbled, getting your scholarship taken and everything, it kind of humbles you. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
so that was a big turning point in my life, going back to junior college and stuff. Um, and then I was fortunate enough to just keep grinding. And that's when COVID hit. COVID hit like 2020. And that was like in the midst of me going to junior college. And so there was like a good 8, 9 months where I wasn't playing ball at all. I had to go get a job, brother. I was doing like labor work. I was working as a groundsman for a tree company. And so I was making good money, but it wasn't what I wanted to do, at the time. And I was actually, brother, I was when I got the scholarship offer from the school that I chose, which is Southern Illinois. I ended up going to Southern Illinois, so I went to a FCS school. It was a D1, but it was a D1 double A. But when I got that phone call, bro, I was actually at work, and I was like putting trees in the chipper, bro, and he called me. And this was like my third, because I had like 3 or 4 offers out of junior college too. It was just they were FCS offers. They weren't like Power Five or Mountain West or anything. Um, so yeah, bro. When he called me, I was at work, and it was funny because all my guys, like, they all speak Spanish, right? They were like helping me learn a little. and I was telling them, and they was like super hype about it, bro. It was a real cool time. And then I chose to go to Southern Illinois. Went out there. Before I left, I ended up having a baby. So my son was born, and his name is Zephyr. He's my world, brother. He's everything I live for. I strive every day to be a better man just for him, you know. But I went to school out there for 3 years and had a good career, um, you know, and played, started 2 years, you know, just try to do my thing. My goal was to make it to the NFL. That was everyone's goal. My senior year, getting ready for coming up on the combine, coming up on pro days and stuff like that. I ended up tearing my meniscus. I ended up tearing my meniscus and my MCL in both of my knees my senior year. So I had to get meniscus repair surgery on both back to back. So I ended up having to be out about 7 months. And so I missed all the opportunities to go to the pro days or do anything like that. Um, but God works in mysterious ways, and I'm a big believer in that. And there's something greater for me out there, man. It's giving me a good opportunity, to be a good father now, and to be there more for my son, and take care of him, have the ability to provide for him, and do those type of things. And that's really at the end of the day what makes me happy, is being a father, and just being a good person. You know.
Wow, brother, that's you hit a lot of points, man. I'm like, dang, that's deep, man. I
I had to, brother. I had to give you the full breakdown of what the last 20, 24 years look like, brother.
Yeah, yeah, for real. Like, I gotta say, when you were young, right? I have
Mhm.
to go on this real quick.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
You said you had to lash out. Like, what was it like that bothered you? Was it that, um, because I don't know, I could be wrong, but was there something that you were holding on that you just couldn't let go and it came out?
I think a lot of the times was like growing up with four older brothers that kind of everybody was athletes. You know what I mean? So at the time, I feel like, and my brothers could probably, my brothers would probably say the opposite. My brothers would probably say, oh, he was spoiled. Oh, he was this, he was that, just 'cause I was the youngest. But I always feel like I was kind of looked like I was kind of put to the side for a while because it was always like I always had a brother who was like a senior, junior in high school. So it was like my parents were kind of focused on like their sports, their stuff, and like obviously so they should be because they're closest to starting the real world, right? But I feel like as a kid, that kind of I was like, all right, I'm not maybe getting the attention that I need or something. So maybe I'm gonna go try to do something else to maybe get that attention. You know what I mean? And I don't know, that could be it, but I always just feel like I was maybe had something to prove in a
Mm,
way. I always feel like I had a chip on my shoulder, like I had to prove myself to everybody. I don't know why. That was just kind of my motto. And honestly, it was probably all the way up until my son was born that I had that mindset.
well,
And it was just like I kind of felt like I always had to prove myself to people until my son was born. And then it was just kind of like all I really had to do is prove to myself and prove to him. You know what I mean? And I don't know, that's kind of changed everything and the whole outlook I have in life.
dang, that's deep, brother. And please look, you gotta talk and explain how, you being a father when your son was first born. What
Yeah.
what went through your head? Because I know you had to be nervous, but
Yeah,
what
brother.
was going through your head, and how did it change your whole life, brother? You know?
Yeah, brother. I tell you right now, like people always tell you, like, and it's weird coming from me now, like as a father myself, telling somebody like you who doesn't have children yet. But it's weird because like before Zephyr was born, everyone always told me, "Oh, your life is gonna change when you have a son. Oh, your perspective will change. You start looking at things different." I was like, "Nah, nah." Like I kind of just brushed it off, put it to the side. But brother, like when I first held him and like I realized, or like even when I seen him first, come to life, like brother, there's such a like it's such a crazy thing that happens because it's like wow, like this is happening, like this is real. You know what I mean? And at that moment, you realize that like this is the most like precious thing in the world. It's the best gift anybody could have is having the opportunity to be a parent, in my opinion. I think that's what life is all about. I think life is all about becoming wise and passing it on to people you love. And so when my son was born, I just felt like there was so much to learn, so much to just, you know, work on for him, just to be a better person, just to be a good role model, make make it so that, you know, his life, he won't have the struggles I had as a kid. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And it's just like when I took the first look into his eyes, man, it was just like everything changed. It was like you start thinking about dangers a little more. I wouldn't say I wouldn't say fear is a good adjective, but I would say a little more cautious.
Okay.
You become a little more cautious with things, your decision making, your spontaneousness. You become just a little bit more cautious when you have children, and I think that's genuinely what changed me, brother. Is just like holding just like a baby like that, and like they didn't ask to be there, and it's now your responsibility to just become a person that they, want to be, but better, you know? And so I think that's really what did it for me.
Whoa. No, that's good, bro. I gotta give you credit. Look, people, I'm being for real. I would see my homie, he would leave Vegas and go all the way to Cali to see his kid. And just the fact he's spending his time, and it's not he's doing it once a year. This homie goes every other week, and I think that's really good and that's dedication. I think, I see a lot of time when, young people that become parents, they neglect their child. And I know you know, now that I'm learning more about you, you like you didn't get the attention you got a little bit when you were younger, but now you can give it to him. You feel me? So
Yeah.
now he will have everything that you didn't have. So and I think it's great. I think, brother, you got to keep it up. I think it's strong. It's motivating. He's gonna remember that. He's like, man, I remember my dad took me for ice cream.
Mm,
He took me to
yeah.
my favorite spot, and got my
Yeah.
hair cut. When he said
Yeah.
no, he got it for me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna have to meet him one day, bro. I'm gonna have to bring him out because, brother, I'm telling you, he's the coolest little kid ever, bro. And he's my little twin. He looked just like me. I'm telling you, he's got my same color hair. He's got my same kind of body build and everything. It's crazy, brother. And he's so cool, like talking and just running around. He's so cool, bro. So cool.
Man, dude, that's deep, bro. Look, I gotta dive in a little bit about football, right? So
Yeah,
you did football, you learned a lot of stuff, and I want to kind of pick at your brain. So if I'm not mistaken, we talked about this a little bit where universities now want to pay students to
yeah.
play sports. How do you feel about that compared to when you play sports?
Yeah, yeah, brother. So I mean, when I was in college, I mean, the whole NIL thing, the name, image, likeness, I benefit from it personally when I was in school, which was just, 6 months ago to a year. I made a good, amount off of like college funds and getting sponsored by some companies, having an opportunity to kind of wear their apparel, maybe for like a little check or something. I think it's great personally. I think that athletes should definitely be able to brand themselves and be able to definitely profit off, especially like things like social media, like YouTube streaming, podcasts, the money they make on their social media, I think jersey sales, all that, I think all that should go directly to them. And I think it's a great idea where these businesses are signing these athletes, to allow them to, change their families' lives. Although there is a new thing that came out where like FBS players are going to start being paid like hourly, kind of like a real job. Remember how we talked about that?
Yeah,
And that's kind of where I throw in that like see that's kind of I don't know how I feel about that because although yes, like I was a Division I college football player, I know the time and effort that it takes, not only daily, weekly, monthly, the dedication and commitment it takes, the sacrifice away from your family and holidays, family gatherings and things like that. Um, but I feel like the opportunity to go to school for free and obtain something that can help you really do something in the world, you know what I mean? Like, because to be honest, brother, like people like at least my friends who don't have degrees, they struggle finding jobs, like unless they go do a trade, unless they go like learn for a year or two how to be a lineman or like a something like that. But anyways, I just think that it kind of takes out the drive and the like end goal. Because at the end of the day, we all just want to take care of our families, and we also love the game. So it's kind of like I'm blessed enough to still be able to play and be able to maybe take care of my family. But I feel like it comes down to if you're getting paid hourly, I feel like that drive is now gone. I feel like, everyone loves college football because it's so much fun. Everyone shows so much effort. When you start paying these kids hourly, it almost turns into like an NFL. It almost turns into like more of a business rather than, kids going out there trying to make it to the NFL, trying to, change their families' lives, their lives. So, I mean, I just don't agree with the whole hourly thing. But when players want to sponsor, brand themselves and, go out to these businesses and be able to sign their name on a piece of paper just to wear their apparel a couple times or show their face in a commercial, I think it's absolutely 100%, a good thing for college football.
no, that's deep. I feel like too. What you said is, if they start getting paid hourly, right?
Mhm.
Um, it's almost like, you're gonna have people that go in, but they're just doing it for the check. They're not doing it for the passion. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it kind of changes the way of thinking, because
Yeah,
you
100%.
you you already built like, man, I want to, I'll make my parents proud. uh, I'm meeting so many people. I'm meeting the draft team. Like, you're seeing things different, but
Yeah,
you're not expecting about the money. You're like, the
yeah,
money is cool, but my focus is to win the game, is
yeah.
to be with my teammates, is to, go to the next one, the next game. So you're
Mm.
right. I think it's definitely going to change the mentality from thinking just money, working and money,
Yeah,
than hustling and, you know, having fun while you're
yeah,
doing,
yeah.
playing football.
100%. I agree, brother. I mean, you see some of these guys, they're changing their lives in college. Like these athletes are kind of allowed to, some of you see some famous ones, buying their mom's houses and buying their mom's cars and stuff. They're getting so much money like that. I mean, it's a great thing, but like you said, when you start bringing in that hourly pay, brother, it turns into more of like the NFL gig than it does like college football. I think it'll take away from everything that we love about college football.
Yeah, that's crazy, brother. Oof, that's wild stuff,
We'll
man.
see. We'll see what happens though. We'll see. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Now I gotta share one thing. I think that, you being in college in a D1 school, and especially Illinois, you have to share. Was there any funny college parties that you could think of? Because you gotta
Man.
have a lot of stories. I mean, I
Oh
had one
man.
guy. He was a hockey player. He actually became pro. He shared the funniest story, and you gotta have some stories. You had to, bro. My
Brother.
favorite one
Oh man.
still is one of the guys. It's not at the party, but the story
Mm.
you told me about your friend jumping off the cliff.
Which one?
The one he was he was so like, he had a few drinks.
Oh yeah, brother.
You
Yeah, I know what you're talking
know
about.
what I'm talking? Yeah,
Yeah, bro. Yeah. It's
but
crazy, bro.
but do you have any stories like from college that you can remember that was funny and like, man, I can't believe that happened? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
You know what I'm saying?
God. Brother, there was this one time, these two dudes, I remember I was standing in a line, about to get into this club, and we didn't really stand in line, we just kind of like go to the front. And these two dudes, bro, they came in like they were walking by, and it's not really like a funny story, it's more of a crazy story.
Okay, okay.
They were walking by, bro, and like these damn like blow up suits, like the like the dinosaurs, like the little T-Rex, bro. You know that,
Yeah.
bro. And these two girls in line, 'cause I was like looking back, I seen them coming, bro, and the two girls were standing there, and they literally, bro, they just walked by and just snatched these two girls' purses and just started running, and they was literally in dinosaur T-Rex outfits. Like the full blown up ones, bro. And I was, bro, I had too many drinks, bro. We was pre-gaming before. Like I couldn't take off out, you know what I mean? I couldn't take off, you know what I mean? Bro, it's so funny, bro. I wish I had it on video. That's a crazy story that comes off the top of my head. Because
That
me and my
is
homies
crazy.
always talk about it. It was just so random, bro. It was like how did what these dinosaurs like running, snatching purses? Like it was just so random, bro. That's what
Right.
comes off the top of my head.
That's crazy, bro.
I probably got a few more, bro, but you know,
Yeah.
might have to think about it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. No worries, bro. But like I think one story I have to share this is too funny.
Yeah, bro.
For me, he told me. So this, by the way, this is when my boy had his surgery. Okay, he and he invites his girl over. You tell me, and he's so excited. He's like, man, this girl should come over. I'm so
Yeah,
happy. She's coming from a different state. She gets
yeah,
there right. The first thing he tells him, I'm not gonna cook. I'm not gonna like
bro,
I don't know what she said exactly, but it was the funniest thing, bro.
bro. Hell no. She came over, bro, like because I had got knee surgery right after I tore my knees up, and bro, she came and she was like, yeah, I'm not gonna, and I'm on crutches, bro. I can barely move. I was like, "Would you come?" Like, I told her that too. And bro, she came and she was like, "I'm not gonna cook. I'm not gonna clean. Like, I'm not your mom." And I was just like, "Wow," you know what
You know what I'm
I'm saying?
saying?
I
I
was
like you use
like,
my word. You know what I'm
"Wow, yeah."
saying?
I was like, "Wow." And then I sat there because I was playing video games. You just told me that. And then, bro, and then she walked out. And then, bro, she came back in like 20 minutes later. I was still playing the game. And then she was like, "So you're not gonna respond?" I was just like, "Look, honestly, you could just go home because I don't know what you want."
What?
But bro, it was just so crazy. It was like I don't even remember because it happened so fast, and it took her like a day to leave because she was all upset, and so it was just
Wow.
it was a mess.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Cause look, honestly, man, I'm gonna be honest. There's been moments, right, where I got,
Hey, bud. Hey, me, my dog, brother. His
oh
name's
man, you got a
Kobe.
big dog, brother.
Yeah, brother.
It's big,
He's a
brother.
big boy, bro. He's a big boy.
Oh man. So like when I was like, I think like I got sick or something happened to me. I don't remember, but
Yeah,
I had this girl. She was taking care of me too, like say, like
yeah,
different scenario. And then like vice versa, like when she had like I don't know, she had food poisoning or something. I
yeah.
was there to take care of her. She couldn't get
Hmm.
out the bed. You know, I felt like that's a real one. The ones
Yeah,
that really, make sure you're good because you want somebody to do the same with you. That's how I feel.
yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, see, that's the only thing people understand. You gotta, get what you want, or you get what you want. You know what I mean? So if you want somebody to treat you that way, like if you was sick, you would do the same thing. So that's kind of how I feel about it too. Like my brother had tore his MCL he tore his ACL. So he had to get reconstructive surgery on his ACL. And so, he always he texts me and stuff like, "Hey, could you do this for me? Do that for me?" I never hesitated to say no. You know what I mean? I was like, yes, every single time. You know what I mean? Because I would want somebody to do the same for me. So
Right.
I don't know.
No.
So we just people just different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, it's like that song. How can you be so heartless? Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah.
Well, look, brother, man, I'm happy you're here, man. It was an honor to have you on the show, brother. Guys, this is the Outlet to Reality, the holdest podcast in Vegas and Chicago every Tuesday. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Chee chee. Y'all know where to find me. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, the Outlet to Reality. My Snapchat's Take One Pass It, and my TikTok is at Yaakov28. And brother, where can my fans find you?
Hey, at Zach Burrola on Instagram and Twitter. Also follow my moving company on Instagram, at Muscle Movers LLC. We take care of anybody in Southern California. We're trying to get something going in Vegas too, so just stay tuned for that. But yeah, follow me on the gram, follow me on Twitter. Stay updated with the moving company. We got big things coming soon.